I warn you, Mrs. Davidson, if Mrs. Morris leaves this prison, so does Miss Ferguson, one way or another.
Come in, Smith.
Why the private talk? Can't you say what you want to say to me in front of the other women?
Smith, 3 months ago, the chairman refused your parole because of the trouble you have caused in here. Now, why do you persist in stirring up the women? Don't you want to be released?
Of course I do, but not whilst the women have to put up with the treatment they're getting from a certain officer. Mrs. Morris is the only one around here who gives a damn about us. And we don't want to see her forced out of her job, and I don't think you do either.
She has resigned. I have to accept it. I can't tell her she is not allowed to go.
Sack Miss Ferguson and Mrs. Morris will stay.
I do not need you as a personnel officer, Smith.
What a pity. I've got nothing else to do.
If the current strike is the result of your boredom, then you only have yourselves to blame. I have tried to be fair to you. That is why I introduced the points system. But you undermined it all with a ridiculous system of your own.
That stupid damn points system was doomed to failure from the start. It was open slather for certain officers to dock points off us if we forgot to curtsy when they came into the room. You talk about give and take, Mrs. Davidson. Well, so far it's Miss Ferguson that's been doing all of the taking. You get rid of her, not Mrs. Morris.
I will not have prisoners dictating to me which officers I will employ.
Then you'll have to find another solution, because the women are not backing down.
There you are, Quinn. H block. Back in your old stamping ground.
Yeah.
Because Gaffney's gone too. So you'll be able to get up to your old tricks again.
What do you mean?
What do you think I mean? Running the book, of course. And I'm quite happy to go back to our old arrangements too.
It's not worth it. Nobody's got any money.
You don't expect me to believe that.
It's true. Don't you think I would have started it up already if there was a buck to be made? Everybody's broke since the fire.
Could be right. Well, we'll just have to let the women build up their bank again, won't we?
Yeah.
Right, so don't start your little operation without me. Because I'll find out. And you know what I'll do.
Yeah. What's the matter, B?
What do you think?
Yeah, I know. Keep trying to think of the last thing she said to me, but I can't. Rotten, isn't it?
Yeah, real rotten.
Yeah, well, doesn't look like Mackenzie's got much of a future either way.
Righto, you lot. Shut up and listen. There'll be a few cell changes. Quinn's back in this block and she's in cell 1. Daniels and Birdsworth, you move in with Smith. Stokes, you're in cell 4. You need to move all your gear at lunchtime, right? I'll be checking after lunch and woe betide anyone who hasn't made the transfer. Any questions?
Do I have to move, Miss Ferguson?
Did I call your name out?
No, but she's moved into me cell.
Right, you can move to cell 3.
What, on my own?
What's the matter? You're frightened of getting lonely. All right, get on with it. Smith, find something for Quinn to do.
How you going, Faye? Not bad.
What are you doing back here?
Oh, beats me. Freak just suddenly appeared and transferred Joyce Hanford to D block and me back here. Hey, listen, there's 2 lots of stuff in my cell. If one belongs to her, who's the other one?
Nola Mackenzie.
Oh.
Oh, don't worry, love. She'll waste away in the pound before they let her out. And when they do, she won't be around long enough to hassle anyone.
Move back from the door, Mackenzie. You heard me. Now, Birdsworth, bring the tray in and then get out.
I want to get out of here. I've been here longer than I should have been.
You get out when the governor says so, Mackenzie, and not before.
Shouldn't let the murdering mongrel out ever again.
Nobody wants your opinion, Birdsworth. Get out.
Eat your meal. Could be your last.
Has my solicitor been in to see the governor yet? I'm entitled to know. It's illegal to keep me in here.
But her solicitor wants her released from solitary.
Oh, that could be dangerous. Where should we put her? In the laundry?
With B. Smith? I don't think that's very advisable.
Oh, Mackenzie reckons she's not scared of Smith. It's risky, I agree, but if nothing happens, well and good.
And if something does happen?
Well, then maybe her solicitor will see reason and let us put her back into solitary.
Yes. Yes, that could be all right. But I want a close eye kept on her. Do you understand? Very close.
Righto, Mackenzie, you're out.
About time.
Looks like the women are pleased you're out too. You've already hung the decorations. Looks a bit untidy though, doesn't it? I think you better get it down, don't you? Well, we are being good, aren't we?
I don't want to do another stint in the pound.
Good. I'll take you down to the laundry then. I'm sure B. Smith can find something for you to do down there. Know anything about this, Smith?
No.
Get rid of it before the governor finds out about it. Mackenzie's been rostered in the laundry, Smith. Find something for her to do.
So, they let you out.
Yeah.
Jacko, little corridor. I'm surprised you had the nerve to come back in here after what you would have had. One more lousy day and she would have been out of here if it hadn't been for you. I've got no fight with you, Smith. Oh, like hell you haven't.
Hey! Get your What the fuck? Let us is mine!
Go ahead, Smith. What are you waiting for? There's a spare cell in solitary.
Yeah, but B didn't start it, Miss Ferguson. Nola kicked her right in the gut.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, Daniels. I'd have seen it if she did. I've been standing outside all the time and I never saw a thing. Go ahead, Smith. Don't let me stop you.
Well, well, well. Looks like the freak's got herself a new girlfriend.
How you fitting into Smith's social circle?
Well, how do you think? It doesn't help when they think I'm on with one of the officers.
Wonder where they got that idea from.
Yeah, I wonder.
Listen, Mackenzie, I'm not employed to break up petty little squabbles all the time. I like things nice and quiet.
Well, maybe if you treated me like you did the others, they wouldn't get the wrong idea.
I don't play favourites, Mackenzie. You know that by now.
I do. But maybe the others don't.
Well, you're just going to have to convince them, aren't you?
Lay off, and I meant it. I do not need some snotty-nosed, half-baked kid doing my job for me.
Yeah, but B, she deserves all she
I'll
gets.
decide that.
Hey, Smith. You hear the news? Somebody had a go at me this arvo. Knocked me around a bit. Too bad I didn't get a good look at them. Flamin' stupid, though. Bashing me's not going to bring Paddy back to life. Doesn't worry me, but I can handle myself. I'm going to be around here ages yet.
You reckon?
Oh, sure. I don't scare that easily. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you know. I'm going back to my cell if that's okay.
How do I keep an eye on her?
Oh, God, Maxie. She's as tough as nails and I got to share a cell with her.
So you got a watchdog?
What?
Ward. I just send her away. Heard you got a bit roughed up. How come the governor sent you back for another dose?
She wasn't going to. But there was no way I was going back to solitary.
Oh? How'd you persuade her?
I told her you did it.
You what?
Don't worry. I kept your name out of it. I just dropped a few hints. Can I help it if the governor and Mrs. Powell jump to all the wrong conclusions?
Don't you try that again, Mackenzie, because you'll regret it.
And what'll you do, Miss Ferguson? Charge me? The longer I stay in here, the less chance I have of going back across the Nullarbor. And that suits me fine. Trixie, not scared, are you? Just because you haven't got a bunch of your mates. I've got a bone to pick with you, Trixie.
Leaving already? Straight after lockup. I'm going to get away early tonight. Had enough for one day.
Hard day.
Well, I can do without being accused of bashing prisoners.
Mackenzie.
She told me what happened in the governor's office. I'm surprised the governor even bothered to listen.
So you think the women beat her up?
Of course they did. I know I certainly didn't. But it's very strange that whenever there's any talk of dirty work among the staff, my name always seems to crop up.
Mackenzie hasn't accused you of anything.
Oh, give her time. That one is only just getting started. Before she's through, she'll be more trouble than B. Smith ever was.
Yeah. Well, I was only telling you about this chap in the magazine, and he reckons that if everybody stopped swearing, they'd improve their vocabulary by 25%.
Yeah, and you reckon you're going to give up swearing, eh? Bet you can't.
Of course I bloody could.
There you go already. Well, do you want to bet or not?
Well, half an hour, I'll have to think about that. I've been doing it for 73 years. What's in it for me if I win?
Dunno. How about 5 fags?
5 fags? I'd do a tap dance on the table for that.
Can't wait to see this.
Just a minute, you two. Bit sloppy with the makeup this morning, Quinn. It's all over your face.
Yes, Miss Ferguson. I bashed it against a wall. I must have had a nightmare.
Is that true, Mackenzie?
Well, how would I know? I was too busy sleeping.
Oh, of course you were. Righto, keep going.
Hi, the day off. Oh, hectic. Come back here for a rest, if you really must know.
Well, I wouldn't count on that. Apparently things got a bit hectic here yesterday. Had to let Mackenzie out of solitary.
You're joking. Why?
Oh, I didn't hear the full story, but apparently her lawyer got very heavy with Mrs. Davidson. But just keep an eye on her, will you? She's already had one bashing. Want a coffee?
No, thanks. Well, I'm not surprised. If only that new isolation block was finished. Her lawyer couldn't object to that. After all, it is the best way of keeping her protected from the other women.
Yeah. Well, that's the trouble. We're not sure it was the women who bashed her. She hinted it was an officer.
And did she hint who this mysterious officer was?
No, and I don't think we should jump to
for
any...
God's sake, Colleen. We both know she meant Joan, so why not say it?
Because, as usual, there's no proof. Just her uncanny knack of coming out on top, and I'm not going to put my job on the line for her again.
Proof, eh? Well, if that's all we need.
And how's Mrs. Morris this morning?
So off I go. Mackenzie, you've turned into a very nasty person. You've upset me, and I don't upset easily.
I'm sorry, Miss Ferguson. Believe me, if I had let anything slip about you, it was entirely intentional.
Oh, I'm sure it was. Unfortunately, there are some people in this place who think you should be believed.
Makes you laugh, doesn't it? I mean, I told you I didn't mention any names. I wonder what made them decide it was you that bashed me. Have you been a naughty girl?
I will be, Mackenzie. I promise you. Now, you killed a cop, and they want to hang you. I think that's right. So I'm going to make it my special project to send you back to WA. Or save the government some money.
Meaning?
Well, all they want is for you to be dead. I don't think they'd mind if it happened in here. Others have tried. Others aren't me. Now get to lunch.
Well, isn't that just terrific? I thought Top Dogs were supposed to look after us. Well, she sent me with you, didn't she? Yeah. You couldn't hit water if you fell out of a boat. Thanks very much.
Must be my lucky day. I've been looking for you, Daniels.
You leave me alone.
Get lost, Quinn. Now! And now you are going to get hurt. And for that, you're going to get very badly hurt.
Oh, please. Just waiting then, and Maxie ran off, and I...
Picnic day.
Now, that was stupid. Real stupid.
You rotten mongrel. What do you want to go and do that to little Maxie for? She never did you any harm.
But she tried. And nobody does that to me.
Well, I won't try, Mackenzie. When I've finished with you, you'll be begging to be sent back to Western Australia.
So you keep saying. Look, what have I got to do to get you going, Queenie? I killed one of your mates, bashed 4 of the others. What's stopping you now?
Screws.
You lead a charmed life, don't you? But don't worry. It will happen.
Everything all right, ladies?
Oh, fine, Mrs. Powell. Just asking Nola what Western Australia was like. She says it's a lovely place, but she wouldn't want to live there.
As you probably know, Daniels has been badly beaten. I want to know who was responsible. I was hoping that for once you would forget your ridiculous no-lagging code and use some common sense.
We wouldn't do anything to hurt little Maxie, Mrs. Davidson. She's one of our mates.
Obviously, someone doesn't think so.
Well, how bad is she? I mean, is she going to be all right?
The sister seems to think so. She's keeping her in for observation for tonight. Now, for the last time, if someone is prepared to tell me who is responsible, they can do so in the privacy of my office.
If we hear anything, we'll let you know, Mrs. Davidson.
Very well. But until I get some cooperation in this matter, the ban on buyer privileges remains.
Pigs, what are we going to do now? I'm going nutty for a fag.
Nothing either of us can do. At the moment.
Miss Powell?
What?
Can I go in the garden too?
Well, I'd like to know why, especially with Mackenzie out there.
Oh, well, that is why, sort of. I mean, because I share a cell with her, the other girls don't trust me, and they're giving me heaps, even at mealtimes. I'm getting sick of it.
Yes, all right. Come on, I'll change the roster.
Surprised at you, Smith. Thought Lawson was a friend of yours.
Meaning?
Mind you, I'm not complaining. I always said that this place would be a lot more peaceful when someone got the better of you. Looks like Mackenzie's done just that. Still, I would have thought you'd have done something about her by now.
Well, don't cancel your bets, because the race is still on.
And it's not natural.
Well, will you take up swearing again, because you're driving me up the flaming wall?
Well, if I could get those 10 fags from you, I'd be apples. God, this reminds me of the war. Couldn't get any smoke, so we used to get tea leaves and brown paper.
Just taking a smoke home, Miss Ferguson.
Yeah, without the smoke.
Well, you better get back to work then.
Why should we? We're way ahead of schedule, so why bust a gut? If you'll pardon the expression.
I don't, Smith. And that expression has just earned you an insubordination charge.
Are you serious?
Oh, you'll find out. Besides, you need a change of scenery. Come on.
That was a put-up job. Wonder what the freak's up to.
I don't know. But she had that look on her face. I reckon Bee's in real trouble.
I don't suppose you're going to tell me what this is all about.
Extra duties for insubordination. The PRG have given us a couple of cartons of books. You can unpack them.
Working in the library? It's a pretty cushy job for punishment, isn't it?
You know me, Smith. An old softy. Go on, move.
G'day, Bee.
Well, well, well. So this is it. Finally got the nerve, eh? Get lost.
Bee?
Get out.
Right. It's Ferguson. Oh, I got
Then go, Quinn.
Yeah, but...
Move it.
Who goes first? Now, don't be impatient, Mackenzie. I've got all the time in the world. You haven't.
What's wrong? You got the time and the place, but you ran out of guts.
Ferguson's prowling around outside that door, just waiting for us to lay into each other. Whoever's left standing will go up for it.
She's really got you scared, hasn't she?
Oh, yeah. Scared to death. I'll get you, Mackenzie, just count on it. But not until I organise the time and place. I'm buggered if I'm going to do extra time just to satisfy Ferguson.
Do you know what I think, Smith? I think you've left it too late. You've run out of steam. All that's left is hot air.
You just keep thinking that.
Hello, Lizzie.
Good day, love. You haven't seen B anywhere, have you? I've been worried sick.
What do you think I'm doing here?
Well, what are you talking about?
Well, B was sent to the library to help out, and then she and Nola told me to get lost. I reckon it's on.
God, I hope B doesn't do anything stupid. I know how upset she was about Patty, but killing Nola's not going to bring her back.
Well, Nola's not going to be any pushover.
Oh, come off it, Faye. B could take Nola on with one hand tied behind her back. I just don't want to see her in any more trouble.
Yeah, and you know what? The freak's patrolling the corridor outside.
The freak? God, she set it up.
Can we help you, Miss Ferguson? Maybe you'd like to take out a book? Here's one for you. Leathercraft for the enthusiast.
What's going on? Quinn seemed rather eager to get out of here.
Oh, well, you know. Two's company, three's a crowd. She didn't quite fit in. You don't look too well, Miss Ferguson.
Just get on with the books.
Yes, Miss Ferguson. Now, what was it we were up to, Nola? Hobbies, wasn't it? One for whites, one for colours, another one for anything that's stained. I know. Hey, listen, what's all this about, Lizzie?
Well, she wanted to get caught pinching stuff from the kitchen,
What for?
so she'd get punished.
I think I know why, but tell me anyway.
So she can collect on her insurance.
So she's cottoned onto it, has she? I wonder how long it'll be before the rest of them will wake up.
Well, when they do, Faye'll be paying out a fortune.
Well, it just might teach the little money grubber a lesson, mightn't it?
Yeah.
Got some cleaning rags that need washing.
Anything else?
A little present for you. In the bottom of the box.
Any problems?
No.
Good girl, I remember this.
No worries.
Hey, B, I'm going to do another pickup.
Right.
Have you done the corridor around the corner? Yes, Mrs. Powell. Well, it doesn't look like it. It'll have to be done again, won't it? Yes, Mrs. Powell. You're not here to exercise. The idea is to get them clean. And when you finish that one, I want the corridor outside the kitchen done. Yes, Mrs. Powell. Listen, I don't like the tone in your voice. Yes, Mrs. Powell. All right, get on with it. I'll be back to check later.
You two, hurry it up.
Oh, I've got no flaming shampoo left and I want to wash my hair. Anyone got some?
Try using soap.
I'm almost out of that too. You wouldn't have any you can give me, would you? I can pay.
Sorry, love. Nearly out myself. Can't help you.
No one's got nothing since buy-up was cancelled. It's like a flaming prison.
And you'll just have to use prison issue.
Can't wash my hair with that rotten stuff. I'd go bald.
You wouldn't have to worry about shampoo. Just a quick run over with a dishcloth. Wait where you are, you lot.
You think that was supposed to be funny?
But I wouldn't bother laughing.
Promise. I guess we'll have to use that rotten stuff until we get by up back.
I don't know. You mightn't have to wait that long.
Yeah? You got some stashed away.
Not exactly.
Hang on. First of all, fags, now soap and shampoo. How come you're getting so flush?
Oh, I just got a couple of ideas, that's all.
Make sure they're not stupid ones. We have lost enough privileges as it is, and I wouldn't like it if you lost us any more.
Of course not, B. It's nothing like that anyhow.
Hello, you lot, move it. Well, move it, Smith. There's no prizes for the cleanest teeth.
Got to keep them nice and sharp, Miss Ferguson. You never know when I might have to bite someone.
Get going. And you two, make it snappy.
Yes, Miss Ferguson. Shooting your mouth off there before, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
I told her I don't want Smith nosing around. If she gets wind I'm behind the trade, and we'll have Buckleys of selling anything to the women.
I said hurry it up.
I was just trying to drum up some trade. The women are getting pretty desperate.
Well, time we made our move. We'll get the stuff this morning.
But what if I'm on laundry duty or something?
We'll make some excuse to get out of it.
Oh, Nola, how are you going to break in? I'm no good at that. Why don't you get someone else to do it and just leave me with the running?
Come on, you two, move it.
Meet me in the corridor. Show me where the storeroom is. I'll look after the door. The girl could have us all a real party in here.
Come on. Did you leave anything behind?
Oh, come on, get it, move on. Home and hosed. I told you there was nothing
On
to
your
it.
own, are you sure?
Freak!
You get the laundry
Where's
basket.
the
I'll
head
dump
thing?
this.
She went off round the corner to start at the other end.
Did she? You sure she didn't slip off into a cell for a bit of a bludge?
Dunno, Miss Ferguson.
Stupid place to leave a bucket anyway.
Well, you shouldn't have been going so fast because it's not a flaming freeway.
You reckon?
Oh,
Hey, what are
my
you?
dear, break it up. Right, you're both on a charge. And clean up that mess. It's disgusting. All right, quiet you lot. Mrs. Powell has ordered a cell search immediately after lunch.
What the hell for?
As if you didn't know, Smith. But when we find what we're looking for, a few people are going to be very sorry.
If you told us what you were looking for, Mrs. Powell, we might be able to help you find it.
And we'll find it, Smith, with or without your help. Now, you and Daniels get in there and clean up that cell. It's disgusting.
Go on.
Oh, why me?
I told you to keep the women out of your dumb schemes.
I didn't mean...
If you get caught pinching stuff, that's okay. But if any of the women get copped, I'll have your guts. Do you understand?
Yeah. How'd they get onto it so fast?
How the hell should I know?
Jeez, if they find
Oh,
it...
shut up. I'm not worried about it. Why should you be?
Nothing here.
Shaw! What the hell do you think you're doing?
Nothing, Miss Ferguson.
You got so many cigarettes you can afford to give them away?
Just being friendly.
I bet. Where's the rest of them?
I don't know what you mean.
Then I'll have to explain, won't I? Right. Where did you get these?
I've been saving them up.
I'll bet. You women have been desperate for cigarettes lately. Well? Right. I'm going to take this one to the governor. She's guilty, all right.
I want a little word with you.
Yeah?
You've had lots of fun with this insurance scheme. Well, the fun is over. I want it stopped.
I can't do that.
Oh, yes, you can. Just tell the women it's off.
But it's working real well. I mean, everyone's happy.
No, they're not. They're spending far more than they can afford and getting themselves into trouble over a few lousy bucks.
Yeah, well, I'm going to stop that.
I know you are, because I just told you to.
Oh, Bea, please don't make me. You don't understand. It's a real good scheme.
What are you scared of?
Nothing.
Like hell. Or who is more to the point. This isn't just your little deal, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I thought all along you'd been working with someone else. You couldn't have done this on your Pat Miner's too involved. Now, who is it?
No one.
Oh, because things have happened too fast and too easy.
But I don't know what you mean.
All right, then how come you steal some goods real easy and the screws get onto it straight away? When they come to look for it, just so happens they can't find it. How is that?
I don't know. I must have hit it real well.
Where?
I can't tell you that.
Well, I bet you can't. Well, I think you're working with a screw. And the only screw around here lousy enough to fleece the women is the freak.
No!
I don't believe you. And if I do find out that you're working with filth like that, you are going to wish that you had never been born.
Listen, I can't stay too long because I think I'm in the loo. Here you are.
Not bad. We can't fill out all the soap and shampoo orders. Give them to our best customers.
Look, Nola, I really don't think I can go on with this.
I wouldn't talk like that if I was you.
But I told you, Bea's been watching me like a hawk. Oh, she really got heavy this time. She told me to stop the insurance deals altogether.
I tell you what we'll do. And I say we're onto a real little gold mine and we're not giving up, understand? Smith thinking that you're working with the freak is just what I needed.
I can't let her go on thinking that.
Why not? It can't hurt you, can it? She can't prove anything because it's not true. And it keeps her off my back.
Yeah, but...
Oh, shut up, will you? I'm going to go along and get the buy-up goods and bring them back here.
Here? Somebody might find them.
They won't. Because you're going to go along real soon with the laundry skip and pick them up. And you can put me down for some fags too, just so Smith won't get any bright ideas.
Yeah, all right. I still reckon she's going to bash me if I go on with that insurance.
And I sure as hell will if you don't. Don't worry. Stay with me. You'll have real good protection.
Hey, Bea, is it okay if I do the pick-up again today?
Why?
Well, I want to get the girls their buy-up goods. I mean, they paid up and I don't want to keep
Yeah, all right. Go on, get going.
All right, you lot, now listen. I've told Faye to scrap the insurance scheme.
God, I don't see it's doing you any harm, Bea.
Yeah, and I just paid up me next week's premium. I've got to have a chance to claim, don't I?
What the hell does it take to get through to you lot? She's not doing this off her own bat, you know. She hasn't got the brains.
Well, we haven't seen anybody else.
That's because whoever's involved is too damn sneaky to get caught. Like the freak, for instance.
Oh, now she wouldn't trade with the freak again.
Faye probably doesn't have any say in the matter. That dyke's got through to stronger women than her before now.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Look, why do you think everything's so expensive? Because someone else wants her cut. And I'm going to find out who it is for sure. I'll be keeping my eyes and ears open. But in the meantime, when you do get those buy-up goods, keep them out of sight. Because if the freak is in on it and she catches you, she will probably charge you top dollar to keep quiet.
Hey, I got the lot, no worries. Keep it for me, will you?
Oh, who wants buy-ups when we can have our own?
Yeah, and this way, we can have the stuff when we want it and not when the screws want to give it to us. Oh, beauty.
You're doing all right. Taking orders?
Only if you got the cash.
Have a packet of fags. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Well, what have we here? Recognise that, Lizzie?
Yeah. That's the one that Faye ripped yesterday. I stuck it down with a bit of sticky tape.
Well, what do you know? You lying bitch. You've been dealing with this mongrel all along.
I didn't want to be. She made
shut up.
Well, yeah. I traded, so what? It's all a matter of supply and demand. They demanded, I supplied.
OK, ladies. Now, the good fairy just happens to be the worst piece of filth we've had in this place for some time. The one who killed our mate and got us into strife in the first place. And now she's selling you goods at rip-off prices. Are you still willing to get your stuff from these two?
A lot of nice stuff in there. Nobody wants it. It'll keep me going for a real long time.
GB, no one likes what she done in the past or nothing, but you fixed her up real good for that. And, well, we're only talking about a few buy-up goods now, aren't we?
How are the new sleeping arrangements? You and Colleen getting along cosily?
It's none of your business.
Maybe not. I must say, I never expected you two to set up house together. You've had your little tiffs in the past, haven't you?
Nothing serious. We get on quite well, actually.
Oh, well. It's early days yet, isn't it? We'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
Well, you can wait as long as you like. It suits us both, just for now. Jones, Birdsworth, Daniels, Quinn, Shaw, Kennedy and Anderson to the laundry.
Why do I have to work today?
You'll work how and when you're told, Quinn.
But I'm up for release.
Your release isn't due till this afternoon. Till then, you're still a prisoner and you'll work.
Mackenzie and Smith, go to reception with Miss Ferguson. You're due in court.
Oh, good. I can't wait.
Get back in line, Quinn.
Oh, Mrs. Morris, I just want to say goodbye.
Make it quick.
Bye, Nola. Bye, Bea. Thanks for everything.
So long. Make sure you pick your mates as well as you pick your horses. I don't want to see you back in here.
Sure.
Come on, hurry up.
Ready when you are.
Right, you can have these two, with my compliments.
Lovely day for a trial, isn't it?
Don't push your luck, Mackenzie. I might just tell them I didn't see or hear anything. And you could wind back in WA facing a hangman.
Perjury's against the law, Smith. Or haven't you heard?
Where do I put this?
Oh, just leave it here by the counter. I'll have it cleared later.
You going to sign for it? Sure.
Well, what do you know? The new TV.
Give yourself a pat on the back, Mackenzie. Your generosity to your fellow prisoners is only exceeded by the size of your ego.
Anything you say, Miss Ferguson.
Black and white.
Patrick!
Hello, Meg.
I'm afraid Colleen's not here this morning. She's appearing as a witness in court.
I see. Actually, it was you that I wanted to talk to.
Me? Well, I don't think I can be of any help, Patrick.
Well, Colleen's staying with you. You two seem to be pretty close these days.
Like two peas in a pod.
If there's somewhere we can have a private word, I want some advice.
Well, it's...
Just for a couple of minutes.
It's all right, I can manage on my own.
All right, then, but you just have to sign in first.
You seem to be in demand from all the pals these days.
Davidson's office, will you please, Cora?
Quinn's ready to be processed out, Mrs. Morris.
Right, I'll see to a personal fix. And you're owed $53 in wages, Quinn.
Hey, I was nearly spot on.
Righto, Quinn. Search time. Oh, come on, Quinn. You know the rules by now. Into the showers. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
That's mine.
Oh, no, it isn't. The only money coming to you is what you've earned.
Well, I earned that too.
Did you now? Perhaps you'd like to tell me how you earned it.
What's the difference? I'm getting out of here anyway. I've been working as cover for Nola Mackenzie.
Mackenzie, eh? I might have known. What's she up to?
Well, you know them buy-up goods that went missing? I was Nola. I don't know where she stashed them, but she's been flogging them off at a profit. That $40 is my cut.
And this is my cut. Right. Now, you'd better hide that, Quinn. Wouldn't want to lose it, would you? Quinn's ready to sign for her wages, Mrs. Morris.
Sign there. You're free to go. Okay.
Thanks, Mrs. Morris.
Faye? Oh, Faye, love.
Hi, Mum. Thanks for coming to pick me up.
Oh, that's all right. I hope my daughter hasn't been too much trouble to you people.
Not at all.
Good luck, Quinn.
Oh, gee, thanks, Mrs. Powell.
Don't come back.
Well, come along then, Faye. We'd better get home.
They tell me you're going to be a guest here for quite some time.
That's right.
Well, I think that we should come to an arrangement.
Don't tell me you've got to pay for it these days.
Shut your mouth. You know what this is, and you know where it came from. Your front lady wasn't too eager to part with it, but I managed to persuade her for the good of her health.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm talking about a little corner store full of buy-up goodies. And all the other neat little transactions you've been involved in since you came here. I'm talking about a prison officer who just might turn a blind eye and who just might make it possible for you to replenish your stock at a price. 50% of the take.
You're talking double Dutch.
All right, Mackenzie. We'll play it your way for now. We've got plenty of time. But sooner or later, you'll find it much more profitable to accept my rules.
Job. Oh, go on, Lizzie. It's time to get some orders in. You help me and I'll
When will you learn that I decide who does what around here? Pecking order can be changed.
Oh, my dead body.
Don't tempt me. All right, break my arm, put me in hospital, Smith. See if I care. With you in solitary, I reckon I can sew up this place for the duration. You should get yourself insured.
All right, go on. Give Maxine the basket.
What's got into you, Maxie?
Well, I'm only trying to make some money, Lizzie.
Don't you realise she's only using you to cover for herself? If the screws are onto her, you're the one who'll get stuffed and Mackenzie'll see to it.
They won't catch me. And if they do, well, I'm insured, aren't I? Don't worry, I won't get caught.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time when you do. Don't think you can come crawling back to me for protection!
Daniels.
What have I done?
Why isn't Birdsworth taking the basket around? It's her job.
Yeah, well, Lizzie was feeling a bit tired, Miss Ferguson, so I took over for her.
Tired, eh? And the poor old thing wasn't up to pushing a heavy basket around.
Oh, fair. Go, how do you reckon you'll be when you're her age?
Any more remarks like that, Daniels, and you'll be around to find out. I thought so.
What are you going to do?
Just go, Daniels.
Hey? You mean you're not going to put me on report?
I said go. Thanks, love.
What are you doing back here so fast?
Well, I was on my way around when Ferguson got onto me.
Oh, no. How much did she get?
Oh, geez, I don't know. whole lot, maybe $10.
You silly little bitch.
Yeah, well, she got me list as well, so now I can't do a checkup.
The list. Now she'll know everyone who's stealing.
Not the way Maxine writes it unless you can read hieroglyphics.
Your first time out and you bugger it up for me.
You never do anything by halves, do you, Maxine? You could have drawn any screw, but no, it had to be Ferguson.
Well, she didn't put me on report, Bea.
Of course she didn't. She wants a piece of the action.
She can try, but she won't get it, though. Nobody muscles in on me.
Pretty big words, Mackenzie, but seeing you wriggle out of this one is going to prove more entertaining than your lousy television set.
I've met her type before. I know how to handle freaks like her.
Well, I hope you're right. Because around here there's one crime worse than lagging, and it's called sucking up to Ferguson. And if I ever find out you're dealing with the freak, I'll deal with you once and for all. And remember, Mackenzie, that particular screw is so hated, I'll have all Wentworth on my side.
So there's no trading in progress?
Beats me.
You have a choice, Mackenzie. I'm feeling particularly generous today. Now, either you let me in on your little enterprise, or I take this list and this money and you, and we all pay a little social call on the governor.
Oh, come off it. You've got nothing on me and you know it.
I don't think I'd have any trouble getting a few facts out of Daniels. She doesn't have a very big vocabulary, but it's big enough to lag on you.
Nobody lags around here. You ought to know that.
Listen, if I stage a search, how long do you think it'd take to tear this wing apart and expose your little treasure trove? And then you'd be finished. Instead of which it could be the beginning.
You finish me. And I promise you I'll take a few people with me. Screws included.
You don't impress me, Mackenzie. I've dealt with the likes of you for years. So, it's over. Either we're partners, or you've just made yourself the worst enemy you'll ever have.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too. When morning comes around, last night I dreamed we were together.